Yo, yes, you, the one that's about to scroll past this video. Let me tell you something. Don't. Because today we are going to talk about Peak. I'm going to tell you about a game you probably never heard before. You like character action games? I got you. You like Peak? I got you. Tune in, grab some popcorn, play this while you doing homework, play this while you studying, and let's get into it, man. Hack and slash games. The sole reason I made this channel is because of this wonderful, beautiful genre. No other genre of gaming can reciprocate the influence that character action games has bestowed upon me. The freedom of having style, the freedom of expression, the freedom of good combat, the freedom of flow. No other genre can reciprocate that. Character action games are beautiful, man, if done the right way. Games nowadays don't capture that same feeling it did in the 2000s, the 2010s. You already know the big ones: Devil May Cry, Kingdom Hearts, Bayonetta, Nier, and so many others. It wasn't AAA slop that we get today. $80 games, $70 games, constant DLC packs, 700 gigabyte downloads. Today's generation just doesn't reciprocate the same freedom and creativity that character action games reciprocated back then. But we have passionate indie developers that understand the assignment, that are working very hard to capture that same feeling because they are fans of the genre. Today we are going to be talking about a hidden gem that does that very well that you probably never heard of. For instance, if you take DMC, Kingdom Hearts, they meet each other on Tinder, they go out to a steak dinner, they're enjoying themselves, they laughing, they go back to the crib, and they go crazy, and they birth a child. Throwing a rock band, performing at a concert, all of a sudden an alien invasion comes through and captures everybody, people dying, they get mad, now they got to go beat alien ass. What am I talking about? What game are you talking about, Fabo? Well, today I am talking about an indie action character game called Genokids, one of the coolest games I've played the past year. This game was developed by Nukefist, which is a 2-developer indie studio from Spain. Let me say that again. It only took 2 developers to make Peak. What's your excuse? There's no excuse, bro. 2 people brought great minds together and made something beautiful. You can do the same. This game has been in development for years with constant public devlogs. The coolest thing about this is that these guys have documented everything, literally years of development videos showing how this game has evolved. The first ever Kickstarter for this game launched in 2020 and it failed. It did not meet the goal, but these 2 passionate people did not give up. They spent 3 more years improving every aspect of the game, and then they came back to the second Kickstarter in 2023. It reached this goal of $34,000. I love hearing stories like this because it just comes to show that no matter how many times you fall, get right back up. The first time I ever heard about this game was on Twitter. When I saw a clip of the combat, it piqued my interest so much. Then I found out that was a demo for the game. The demo was very short, but it gave me a sense of what the game is and the feeling of the game. I was instantly sold. So when that early access came out October 2025, they got my money so quick. Now the thing about it is it's only Act 1, which is 7 chapters, but this is the most peak 7 chapters I've ever played. We're going to look at everything in Act 1 and talk about why the combat is so addictive and everything that's coming in Act 2 because they have been showing the things that are to come in Act 2. So the story of Genokids isn't anything too crazy. It's pretty much like a typical like shonen anime, but basically the band, which is called Genokids, who consists of blue, yellow, red, and green. That's literally their names. They're performing at a concert and all of a sudden this alien empire Zenodia invades Earth and it literally interrupts their concert, and then all of a sudden the band just decides, yeah, we're gonna beat the shit out of these aliens. It's only Act 1 of early access, right? So I don't know where they got their weapons. I don't know what's the origin of that, but they got weapons and powers and shit. So the gameplay is the meat of this game. and I ain't talking about RB stuff. This game has similar systems to like DMC, but there's mechanics in the game that's unique. One of them is the ability to switch between 4 playable band members. It's not a delay or anything like that. You can literally like continue combos by switching characters. So you can attack on the ground with red and launch an enemy in the air. You can switch to blue, pull off an ability, and then you can switch to green to use his projectiles to juggle them in the air. There's just so many different combo routes. There's different launchers and there's different mobility in the game. So instead of playing one character throughout, you're constantly tagging between all 4 characters. But in Act 1, you only play as blue and red, but just the ability to be able to change between characters mid-combo creates so many opportunities of just opening new combat possibilities for the player. You can tell that this game has took inspirations from like DMC, Kingdom Hearts, and any other character action games. The juggles, launchers, you have cancels, you have a style meter, you got the taunts, and you also have the hyper mode, which is a superpowered version of the character, which is very similar to Devil Trigger from DMC. Genokids does it in a way where it's unique to Genokids. One other thing I want to highlight about the game is the level design. The level design is decent and it doesn't feel like a chore to get through the levels. The movement feels good. There's wall running sections, small like platforming sections. It's nothing crazy, but one of the coolest things while playing the early access was in one of the chapters you got to ride like bumper cars, and bumper car track was built so well it felt like you was playing like Mario Kart. And bro, you can fight enemies with the bumper cars. You bump into them, they take damage. You can blow up the other bumper cars. It was tough, bro. I also want to talk about just little things in the game that makes it so much better. Like while you fighting enemies, if you knock an enemy back, they bounce off the wall and you can like dash right into them and just continue the combo. That's so tough to me. While you're fighting, like stuff around you can break, like cheers or whatever objects that's around you. That stuff can break. It really makes the combat feel more intense and more destructive. I want to talk about one thing in the game I definitely was not expecting. Bro, if you explore the level a little bit, you can find hidden costumes throughout the level. Bro, I have not seen this mechanic since like the Xbox 360, the PS3 era, where you play games and they had unlockable costumes if you just look around just a little harder. This was one of my favorite things about the game. I did not know this game had costumes. Every level, I was looking for a costume. Just being able to find costumes throughout the level is just something that games don't do nowadays. A lot of the costumes you gotta pay $10 extra or it's a pre-order bonus, but devs don't take the time to realize that little stuff like this just makes you love the game more instead of adding a price tag to it. The presentation of the game, I'm gonna be honest, it's nothing too crazy. It's just your typical anime inspired aesthetic. Characters are very loud as far as colors go, but then the environment around you is very dark, intense, pretty like dull, and it adds that feeling of outer world presence coming onto Earth, causing destruction. One thing I can say, I love the designs of the enemies and the little 4 aliens. They was tough. One thing I want to talk about is the cutscenes in the game. I actually like them. You can tell it was drawn, but it also mixes 3D models that's rendered. I actually like the style of the cutscenes because it gives a unique spin. And it's not your typical cutscene where you have an animator slaving for hours. Every character is drawn with emotion. Every character is drawn with a purpose. I also want to talk about the bosses in the game. I'm not gonna lie, the bosses is pretty hard, especially that last girl. Bro, I had to replay that boss so many times. I almost rage quit so bad. It's not just button mashing. You can't just button mash the bosses. You have to learn when to attack effectively, when to use swaps effectively. You have to learn attack patterns, and you have to learn how to pull off certain combos to get the most damage out of the rest time from the boss. You can't just spam. Trust me, I learned that the hard way, and I had to replay the final boss of the early access multiple times, bro. To be honest, there's not many things that I didn't like about the game. It would be tough if the devs will add like more stuff to the levels instead of just traversing, instead of just doing like a little parkour, and like add like puzzles, like easy puzzles. I do not like them hard ass puzzles, but what I mean is similar to how DMC adds puzzles in between fights. That kind of gives like a small break from all the action, I feel like that will work best too, since you can also switch between different characters and you can utilize different character abilities. I completely forgot to talk about secondary weapons. So the characters do have secondary weapons, but as far as I know, Blue is the only character with a secondary weapon as far as Act 1. Red doesn't have his yet. I didn't get a chance to play the secondary weapon because I don't know what this item is that I need to get. I'm not sure, and I never picked any of them up, so I never got to play the second weapon. I'm going to replay it just to see if I can unlock it. But basically, Blue gets a scythe that can pull enemies towards her. It just opens up new combat routes, and it gives these characters even more depth, and it encourages experimentation. I just want to take a minute to talk about everything that's coming in Act 2. The devs have been very vocal about what's to come for Act 2. They've communicated that it should come by the end of this year, if not by probably next year. But bro, we're getting a lot of new stuff. Red is getting his secondary weapon, which is like this shield that primarily focuses on defense and crowd control. It does less damage, but you're getting literally more defense. You also get to play as Yellow. Yellow is low-key my favorite character to play as because she's a lot more powerful and she's the tank of the team. Her attacks are more slower, but I'm not gonna lie, I had so much fun playing with her. She's the best at finishing air combos. Also, she'll have her secondary weapon, which is the nut scratcher. Crazy, but it's basically this Colossus chainsaw that do like a lot of damage. Also, Yellow will have like have a unique flow system. There's 3 bars, and if you fill it up, her attacks are more faster. One thing to keep in mind though is that she will take double damage during this stage, so that is one thing to keep in mind. Probably like pop this early when you want to get a good amount of damage out the way, just in case you're playing like a hard boss fight. Yeah, like just seeing this new chainsaw weapon really reminds me of a game called Lollipop Chainsaw. If y'all ever played it, it really gives me that Lollipop Chainsaw vibe. We're also getting brand new enemy types. I'm excited to see that, and we're also getting new levels. I really hope they do another level like that bumper cart level, because bro, that was so fun to play. That was actually so fun to play. We haven't heard anything about Green. I assume we'll be able to play as Green in Act 3. I feel like they should have put him in Act 2 so he won't just show up so late. But yeah, man, I'm excited for Act 2. I'm excited to see the rest of this game. Shout out Nukefish. Shout out the 2 devs that made this game. Y'all truly did magical work here. I wish the best of success to y'all. To end this off here, I don't think General Kids is trying to copy other character action games. They understand why people love character action games, the style, chaos, the aesthetic. They understand the assignment, and they did it very well. Yeah, man, go play General Kids. Go play the demo first, and if you like it, buy the early access. I think when Act 2 comes out, you save more money if you just buy early access now, so I suggest y'all do that. Go play General Kids, man. It's your boy Fabo. Like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy your day. Drink a lot of water. Make sure you chase your dreams every day. Don't let nobody stress you out. Peace.
I like your confidence, the way you sway, don't care about consequences. How much you spending on designer, don't care about expenses. I'm with you to the very end, I love it so extensive. Go get a bag, shawty. Go get a bag, shawty. Yeah, go get a bag, shawty. Go get a bag, shawty.